What's up, traders? This is Marco. We have Friday the 14th of July. I have another bar by bar for you today. You can see here the 2000 ES tick chart. This is the ES future and I'm trading with the Ninjatrader platform. And you can see here the only indicator that I'm using, and this is the 21 EMA. I'm starting with my trading day around 7:30 in the morning. So this is what I saw. Prices pushed strongly here above the EMA, so I located this uptrend here. This is the first break of this uptrend, and prices made already one push to a new high. Usually we can expect like two legs to a new high. So this was the first one, and I was observing what is happening around the EMA, because the EMA can provide some strong support here. Also notice there is some support below because prices bounced off this level for a few times already. So prices made a first entry here and we're waiting for a potential second entry long, which comes here, but the signal bar is very bad, so we cannot take this. And then the next bar forms much better here, and also we get a triple test right of the key entry point, which is the EMA here, and we're getting a triple test here from this support below. The only negative here is that it's a bit congestive, but I must say I really like this setup here because we have confirmation that this support is valid, and prices dropped below the EMA and came all the way back up here. So I really like this setup. I tried to trade this live and I put some limit order a few ticks back here closer to the EMA, but I didn't get filled and prices left without me. Also, now we have two legs to a new high. You can see here the first push higher, pull back, second push higher. So this shorter term uptrend here could be played out by now. And I was drawing after that some range here because I also noticed that there is some resistance here and there is some support below. And I was observing from here, but prices were pushing higher and higher. So that was an indication that there is maybe a bigger uptrend in play. So I drew this uptrend here and played it from there. What I can see is that prices are respecting this channel. So this was the third confirmation here, but unfortunately no setup. This is only first entry, and yeah, so we have to wait here for more potential setups. Prices are breaking now this bigger channel here for the first time. You can see here two legs break, but I cannot take this trade here, even though it looks like a visual second entry long. I mean, from the count we have a new high here, first entry, second entry long, but visually you can see this is the first leg lower, pullback, second leg lower, but we are finishing below the EMA. And if I'm extending this range here, you can see it would be going long directly into the old range resistance. And we know from previous price action that most breakouts out of ranges fail. So this breakout here failed, prices came back inside, and I had of course no guarantee that prices will break this channel and try to make a new high here. So I just stayed out of this trade because I found it too risky at this point. And let's see what happened. Prices are pushing higher here, forming also some potential shorter term channel. Usually I'm not drawing this channel on retest of extremes, but here I found it useful because you can see there is some bigger structure here. We're also breaking this shorter term channel now, making a new high, and there's also a new high now in play of this gray bigger uptrend. So this uptrend here played out, and there is a news event at 9 in the morning. So we're staying out of any trades. You can see the reaction here. I must say this is a very nice bearish bar, lower high after retest of the highs, but really cannot take this directly into the news, and prices go back and forth here. What I realized then is that there is a potential bigger range here in play, because we saw, let me draw this better here. We saw some resistance here and also some support around this level here, like this. And I must say, I really like this higher low setup here after prices reached the range high, came to range support, bounced here, came back inside the range. So this shorter term uptrend channel, which is represented by this line here, got broken for the first time, and we don't have a retest yet. And also it's a higher low right of this potential range support here. So I really like this setup here, but also it's very close to the news, and usually we're staying out of any trades like 5 to 10 minutes after the news until the market is calm. But if you have no problem with this, then you can take the setup here, because we bounced off here, and there's the shorter term channel here in play without the retest of the highs, and you can see it would be enough for a scalp, and prices go sideways from here. No real setups when it's going sideways that close here, and prices are really stacked up here, so we just have to wait and see what's going on. There is something working higher, because you can see prices making higher lows here on each swing. So I was drawing this channel here, and you can see prices are leaving the range here to the top side, but it's not very clear how this channel looks like, because if we take it from the lows here and we go after the next swings, then there would be a break here with retest of the highs already. So I stayed out here. I was not sure how to deal with this breakout here. Usually breakouts out of ranges fail, but since this shorter term channel here was in play, I was not sure if this break here and retest of the highs is enough to take a short back inside the range. And you would see here by now it would be enough. There was a lower high here. I think it's an interesting setup, but it's very stacked up. You can see from the last candles, there is like so much congestion going on here. And also, if you consider that this bigger channel here is in play, then that would be the first break, and we don't have a retest of the channel yet. So really there was some conflicting situation, and whenever we are not sure, we're staying out. So prices stayed within this range here for now, and you can see prices are going lower, testing the breakout area and dropping lower again, and going to the other side of the range. After so many bear bars, we can draw a shorter term channel so we can see what prices are doing. We are bouncing off this range support here, no setup because this shorter term channel here is in play. We have the first break of this shorter term channel, retest of the lows, but see how prices are dropping lower and lower without stopping here. So I was thinking there is a bigger structure in play. So that's why I took a potential channel from this high here and connected the last swings, which came to this channel then, with a first potential break coming here. You can see we are pulling back to the EMA. We are thinking short right now because this downtrend here is in play with the first break. There's no retest of the lows yet, so we are looking for ideally a second entry short, but this is not happening. This is only a first entry, but we cannot take this. Getting a pullback, this is an inside bar, so no setup here for us. This channel here broke. Prices are retesting the extreme by 2 legs lower here, so this channel here played out. And yeah, all we can do is wait and see what's happening. There's coming some support coming here. Then prices are pushing strongly above the EMA. Let's see if prices can find some support. It looks that we can find some support here because prices broke above the EMA and are not dropping lower again. And this looks very much like a spike and channel. You can see the spike here, and then prices are flattening out here a bit. So that's why I like to work with a spike and channel here. Can even extend it like this. Ideally, we want to see some second entry. We get some second entry here because you can see the high here. So first entry, pull back, and second entry, but it's very stacked up. It's very congestive here. I don't like how this bar is finishing here with 2 wicks, with 2 takes off with this wick here on top. So we have to skip this. It would have worked. If you enter on this bar here afterwards to take it as more confirmation, noticed we are in some smaller range here, and to the highs here there is not too much space. So always consider, if you take a trade, that you have enough space for a scalp. I would not have enough space here, so I skipped this. Prices are going in this channel here, and there is a first potential break, and price is pushing higher. So then I saw, okay, maybe there is also some range here in play, because you can see clearly how prices are getting rejected around this support level here below. So I was playing this range at this point, and maybe there is even a bigger channel, for example something like this with a first potential break here. But when different structures are in conflict to each other, so that means when, for example, this range here looks valid and this uptrend here looks valid, then we must be careful, because it's very stacked and price action is very choppy. We are breaking this channel, we're overshooting this channel here. Let's see if we extend, if it's still fitting. Yes, it's fitting. Cannot take this short here, because yeah, it's the first touch here after so long time passed here, because prices confirmed this channel here, and now we're potentially overshooting this channel. So I cannot take a short blindly here. Would like to wait ideally for a lower high, but it's not coming here, so we just have to skip this. And you can see prices are trending lower. Can draw the shorter term channel, also extending this range. The shorter term channel breaking here for the first time, prices make a new low, but no long trade, because simply nothing is forming. And yeah, prices pretty much stay within this range right now. Maybe we can even extend this range a bit further. So this is how it looks. After all, not too much price action today. You can see here the whole day we had this uptrend here with this trade at the opening. I can understand if this is like too wild, and yeah, for me it was also wild, so I tried to get in on a limit order, a bit too greedy because I didn't get filled here. And yeah, this uptrend was working higher with a break, couple legs to a new high. This potential setup here right at the news event. Also, I can agree with you if you say it's too risky and you want to stay out of any trades. So yeah, then moving within this range, seeing this drop here, break 2 legs to a new low, then the spike and channel working higher, but now conflicting with this range. So really there is no clear bias right now. Prices go higher here and getting rejected of the range resistance. Cannot take this short here because this shorter term channel is in play. There's a potential lower high, but it has the same high as this bar, and it's in the middle of the range, so we have to wait here. Ideally, we want to see prices go here, form a nice bullish bar and take a long. But yeah, for this we need a bit more price action. That should be it for today. Really, the last few days were pretty choppy, I must say. They were hard to trade, and especially today there is not too much happening, so you must be patient for sure. I hope you had a good trading week. I hope you had some good trades in your trading in general. and speak to you next week. Happy weekend.